It's the last weekend before marathon weekend, and while most runners are nearly done training their bodies for the race, there are still some things they can do to prepare their minds. Here to explain that is Dr. Jonathan Jenkins, a psychologist for the sports psychology program at Mass General Hospital. Good morning to you. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Good morning.
We've all heard that athletes say their sport is about 90% mental, only 10% physical. Do you think the same ratio applies to the Boston Marathon as well?
Definitely do. When we think about the marathon, it's not only how you participate in the race, but actually your preparation beforehand. And that's a lot of mental preparation. So how are you going to train? How are you going to put the training into your work life or your family life? And also, what are your expectations? Not a lot of us are planning on winning the Boston Marathon, so we have to figure out what we want to accomplish on that beautiful day in April.
The average runner finished last year's Boston Marathon in 3 hours and 45 seconds. That's a long time to stay what they call in the zone. What are some of the things athletes can do to prepare?
Well, I think the first thing is to remember you're not going to stay in the zone the entire race. So don't try to chase being in that flow state or being in the zone. Recognize that it's going to come to you and you might lose it throughout the course of the race. So be available to receive it. And when you do receive it, really enjoy that experience of being one with nature, one with your body, and one with the race. And it will make the race a lot more enjoyable and a lot less painful and boring.
Of course, and there's that section of the course about 20 miles in when the runners face one of the biggest challenges, and of course we're talking about Heartbreak Hill. What's your advice to the runners who may be worried about surviving that specific part of the race?
First things first, don't call it Heartbreak Hill. Just call it a beautiful section in Newton that you're going to enjoy running. By the time you hit that, it's about 20 miles in, got about 5 miles left, or maybe 6 miles, depending on where you're at. Enjoy it. You're going to see a lot of beautiful people in the crowd cheering you on, getting you excited to finish. And also reflect upon what you've been through in your training, how far you've come, maybe personally or emotionally, and really enjoy those last few miles of the race, because those are the last few miles of the Boston Marathon. It's the greatest race in the country.
It's all in the name, true. The cheering on there is just helps motivate you too. How do you know if you're really suffering from some sort of injury during the run, or if it's kind of just in your mind, so to speak?
For sure. I think listening to your body, if you've done the training that you're supposed to do over the course of the race, you know when the pain and the discomfort is going to hit. And if it feels like that normal pain that you're used to, keep pushing through. And if you have any questions, there's great medical resources along the course. I've used them myself when I've ran. And it's a great opportunity to just check in with your body, check in with a medical professional, and figure out what you need to do. But the best thing that you can do is make sure you don't harm yourself during the race, because you can always come back fighting for another year.
I love it. There's always next year, too. Thank you, Dr. Jonathan Jenkins, a psychologist for the sports psychology program at Mass General Hospital. Thanks for joining us. And, of course, that medical tent is right there near the finish line, so it's all good.